The Sterling Rope Ultimate Positioning Lanyard comes in two lengths, 10 and 12 feet, and two different termination options, an ISC steel snap or an ISC triple action aluminum snap. It also comes with the thimble prusik, a 30-inch I&I tail with two tight eyes, a bound loop prusik which can be adjusted to either end to make a tight eye and a larger eye, an ISC fixed side plate micro pulley, and two Sterling safety carabiners. Your ultimate positioning lanyard can be assembled in one of the following ways. First, take your thimble prusik, fasten it onto the positioning lanyard by fastening it 1, 2, 3 wraps, making 3 wraps or 6 coils, being sure that the bar is running parallel with the line, and making sure you tie, dress, and set the knot. At this point, this can be passed or pushed up towards the end of the connector and safely sewed out of the way. The next portion of the lanyard that we're going to assemble is the adjuster. The adjuster can be fastened with a variety of climbing hitches. In this particular one, I'm going to tie a Michio-con. I'm going to pass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wraps above the bar of the hitch, coming around and going up through the bottom leg of the hitch. I'm going to pass one end through the tight eye, put my adjuster in place, actually capture the adjuster in between, pass the safety into the actual pulley, and then rotate it around so I can safely keep it in position. We can now place the bound loop prusik onto the safety. Open up one end and use the other end of the bound loop to slide it down, creating a tight eye and capturing it down in the corner of the carabiner. We can take our bound loop prusik and fasten it onto the ultimate positioning lanyard using a 1, 2, 3 wrap English prusik. Now, anytime we want to tie a knot, we always want to tie it, dress it, and set it. Both ends of the ultimate positioning lanyard are fully load rated. Here we have an ISC triple action aluminum snap. The other end has a tight eye, but it is a fully load rated pattern. It can be combined with an appropriate carabiner to safely terminate the end of the lanyard and make the second half of the ultimate positioning lanyard now a 2-in-1. All Sterling Rope products come with critical information that contains lot number, date of manufacture. Be sure to hang on to these instructions and/or user guidelines to keep with your records for safekeeping of the device. The ultimate positioning lanyard, in combination with the bound loop prusik and an appropriate connector on the end, can turn your ultimate positioning lanyard into a 2-in-1 positioning master. Here, by simply placing my bound loop prusik into my lower connection assembly, flipping my appropriate connector around an additional stem, and now I'm secured by not only my bound loop prusik, but also my primary positioning prusik. Now we are fully secured by 2 forms of life support attachment to the tree.
The ultimate positioning lanyard can be set traditionally on your outside D-rings or another use in your floating bridge. To do this, you take your system and you put it in your anchored floating bridge. You have an adjustable prusik loop here, around, clip back to the thimble, tighten it up as needed, and sit back in it. Having the weight on your bridge allows you to rotate and then use your system as a secondary.
The ultimate positioning lanyard can be purchased in a variety of different options and ropes. Here I'm using the Tri-Tech, which is a high carrier count durable sheath made of Technora that not only has abrasion resistance, but also a certain amount of cut resistance. My end is terminated with an aluminum safety snap where it takes 2 distinct motions to open it. Here I have to depress to unlock, depress the back, and my gate's now open. A tight eye is stitched coming from the factory that has a double redundant pattern My adjustable thimble prusik allows me a myriad of positioning options when I slide it up the lanyard. We work our way around the lanyard coming down. Here I have a 30-inch RIT I&I tail that allows me to easily work position myself close to the stem, or with one hand slide myself further away for very comfortable work positions. The adjustment is done or provided in combination with the ISC fixie pulley, where I can simply slide this forward, pushes up my RIT I&I prusik, which acts as a progress capture, securing myself close to the stem. You can see also in this configuration how half my weight's on one side and half my weight's on the other side. That's important because as I change configurations, I may change the load in the system. The bound loop prusik helps keep the lanyard up out of my feet, and also can be used in an emergency for a victim pickoff and or an M system configuration. The end is terminated also with a tight eye, which can be hooked to a safety auto-locking carabiner and stowed conveniently out of the way on the harness so it doesn't tangle and get yourself in an awkward position. My adjuster easily allows me to work position myself back out or pull myself back in to get in a strong work position. I only want to work from my shoulders to my hips with my positioning lanyard. I can use it here on my lateral D-rings where most of the load is taken up by my back, or I can drop it down to a lower connection assembly and help spread that load out between both the back and the legs. The ultimate positioning lanyard is ultimate because it has a multitude of positioning options where I can even clip it back to the thimble prusik on a single leg setup. Now as I move, most of my load is taken up by the bridge, giving me unrestricted movement in the canopy. Returning from my work position, simply tug on the adjuster and I'm back and ready to go. The ultimate positioning lanyard is truly the ultimate Sterling product, which allows you to work position yourself in the canopy or other places where you work at height.